Hi, welcome everyone. Finally, we are live. It's race day. Welcome to my YouTube channel, to my gaming channel, FW46. I am Dani Lozano, and today it's time. It's race day in the round 5 of my Formula 1 2024 career mode, Chinese Grand Prix. In this race preview, as usually we do, we discuss about the tire strategy, about the starting grid, possibilities for the race. But first of all, let me tell you that today we have great news, because for the first time ever in this career mode, I won't be the last car on the grid to start the race. Fortunately, yesterday I had an amazing qualifying session. The sprint race we did in the morning was not so good, I have to say. After pass to Q2 in the sprint qualifying and did a solid job there, I was not able to capitalize all the good work I did in the sprint qualifying. I did little mistakes with the airs mode. I did some little mistakes in the driving, and I lost a couple of places. But in qualifying, things start in the worst way possible. I have no feeling with the tires, with the car at the beginning of the session, but lap by lap, and thanks to your advices in the way I have to use the energy of the car, I was able to do an amazing lap in Q1 to pass to Q2, and in Q2 I was able to do once again an amazing lap, and just by a couple of thousand of a second I was not able to pass to Q3, finally finishing in P11. 11, guys, I can't believe it still. And this is the position where we gonna start today, in P11. It's crazy, but it won't be easy at all, guys. It won't be easy at all. I have to talk with all of you about some details about the race, something that I very worry about, especially at the beginning of the race, and I would like to comment with all of you. Also, we will discuss the tire strategy. That also will be a tricky question today, guys. This is gonna be difficult today, tires, guys. But before to go to the race, to see the starting grid, and to discuss about tires, as always, make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, FW46. We have this mission, this goal to reach 1000 subscribers. That will be my dream, to be honest, in this channel. That is very little, but I see every day how the community is growing up, little by little, but I feel your support in every video, with your thumbs up, your likes, even some comments sometimes, and it's very nice for this YouTube channel that is so small, that is super nice to see how it's little by little growing up. And by the other important thing you have to know is the race will be celebrate, or will be play or race in my Twitch channel, that is this one, DaniFloss1. You have here the name of my username on Twitch, and this is the time left, 46 minutes. In 46 minutes we will start the Chinese Grand Prix, guys. A very interesting race, so I strongly recommend you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also to follow me on Twitch, DaniFloss1. This is where the places you have to be subscribed on YouTube, and also on Twitch, to follow my full career mode, my 2024 career mode with Williams Racing. Also, I have to say that yesterday I beat Alex for the first time ever this season in qualifying. He only finished, I think, in P19, something like that. Very bad qualifying for Alex, the worst of the season. And now let's read the message from my engineer that is here. As always, Mark, my race engineer. Let's say what he has to tell us. Time to put all that preparation to good use, okay? Mind your front wing into turn 1 is called carbon fiber, because you are supposed to keep it on the car. Very funny there, Mark. Not smash it all over the circuit. I try. As always, I will be feeding you information as the race goes on, and if there is anything specific you want to know, just hit that radio button and ask Mark. For sure. My race engineer always taking care of me. You can see the weather conditions will be dry, a bit cloudy at the beginning, and at the final part of the race we will have a fully cloudy scenario but without rain, so we have not to be worried about it. That's nice. We only had a few, well, it was heavy rain in practice 1 that cost us track time in practice, especially in dry conditions. And before to go to the race stuff and the preparation, finally let me check how is going on the goals for this weekend. We have set 4 goals. For the moment we have completed 2 of the 4 we have for this weekend. The wind tunnel engineer, basically we completed because we used 2 different car setups during the weekend, and we have more points. We are trying to reach level 1, and we have completed as well the material fabrication planner, complete 10 laps during a race weekend. Obviously we did it. And we have 2 goals still. Power unit consultant finished in a better position than your teammate in the race. It's looking good because we are 7 positions ahead of Alex, but we'll see. And the manufacturing spare, the goal is drive 322 kilometers during the race weekend. I think we have to be very close, so I don't know how many kilometers I've driven, but I'm very close. Probably at the middle of the race we will complete this target. So move on. Well, let me check something more. That is the power unit state or status, or where 37%, 29, 34, 31, 12, 35. Well, we are in a good shape for the moment. Probably in the next race we will have to take care, we will have to start to take care of some components that are reaching half-life, but this is something we have to not be worried about this weekend. It's time for the race. Move on, let's see the starting grid, let's discuss about everything before the Chinese Grand Prix starts. Let's see what happens. Very, very exciting race, guys. P11, I feel a lot of pressure on me. Team have high expectations today. Points will be difficult, but if we finish in this position will be amazing. But let's see if we can do something more. And obviously I will try to don't lose places, but it will be difficult to keep behind all these cars. But we have to try, guys. We have the car, we have pace. Now let's see how we can use the strategy in our favor to, you know, to take advantage of it. And let's go, move on. Let's see the starting. I would like to see my...
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula One's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Ricciardo, Daniel, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Joe, Albon, Bottas, and Yuki Tsunoda. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? what do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
I love listening to Anthony Davidson in the comments. It's very, very nice feedback. Well, here we are, guys, for the first time ever this season. If we look into the mirrors, we have cars behind. We had it in the spring qualifying, that's true, but this is the proper race. And yeah, as you can see, we have behind of us I think the two Alpines, Gasly and Ocon. And in front is probably the only driver we can compete with. All of we have in front, that is Daniel Ricciardo, because the next 9 drivers are from the top teams: McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin, that are far away from us. But first of all, move on to this strategy. Guys, the strategy will be difficult. Why? I think we only have one set of mediums and one set of hards. This is the strategy I was thinking before to start the streaming here on YouTube. I was thinking what we can do, and I think this is the strategy that I had on mind before to see that the team is suggesting me the same. But first of all, let me set this parameter that I don't know why this. I think I had a problem this weekend. The race strategy program I completed on heavy rain conditions. That's why the fuel that the team suggesting me is too much. I mean, it's like 5 laps extra. And yesterday I put in the sprint race 0.8 kilos extra fuel, and I finished the race more or less with the same amount of fuel. So I mean, probably completing the race strategy program in wet conditions don't give me the best, let's say, parameter in terms of fuel. So the race is 56 laps, so let's put, as we did yesterday in the sprint, 0.7. Let's try to maximize as much as we can. Every kilo is 10 extra time lost, and we want the lighter car possible. As I said, my idea is to do one stop. The question is, it will be difficult. Tire wear is high, is really high in this also this circuit, but not as happened in Suzuka or in other places. It's not about the front tires, it's more about the rears. This track is very, very demanding in traction, and we need good traction. So why to start with the medium and not with the hard? I was thinking, and if we start with the hard, we can have a potential problem. For example, if we have a safety car very early in the race and we are starting on hards, the problem is if we stop during the safety car period very early and we are on hards and we have to change to medium, the medium we don't last, and we will have to make another pit stop. If we start on medium, by the other hand, if we have a safety car in lap 18, 19, 20, putting the hard in the safety car period, maybe we can complete the rest of the race without stopping, because hard tire will have a longer life. So for me, this is the ideal strategy. What I would like to change is the amount of laps per set. I think 26 laps of medium is too much, and we can maximize much more the performance of the hard. So I was thinking into stopping maybe between lap. Yesterday we did 19 laps on the sprint race on the medium. I think the tire lasts enough. Obviously in the last 5 laps, 6 laps I suffered with traction, but more or less the tire was consistent, you know. So I think we can do maybe between 21, 23 laps will be for me the right the right amount of laps for this stint. And as you can see in the projection line in the hard tire section, you can see how the lap times, the projected lap times, are even dropping at the end of the race. So that means probably the hard tire is a tire that is very, very consistent. It's a tire that I only test a bit in practice. I have not so much information, but it's very stable. So we have to take advantage of it, and we have not to extend so much the time we are using this medium. So probably I will stop around lap 22, I think is ideal. But if we have a safety car in lap even 19 or even 18, I think we can even to put the hard again even. So our pin window will be open in lap, well, my team says in lap 15, but I think maybe be in lap 18, something like that should be right. I think this is a ideal strategy for me, guys. Obviously, let's edit an alternative one just in case. That should be 2 stops, to be honest, but I mean, 2 stops is too much. Let's play with the numbers, but I don't know why this strategy is telling me that if I extend a bit more the laps on medium, I will be 7 seconds faster than the stopping in lap 22. I'm not sure, guys, if this is true, guys, because 27 laps on this tire is too much. Anyway, I don't know. If we, I mean, for me it's too much, guys. Anyway, I don't think this strategy will be so fast. Well, no, now it's equal to 1 second. Sorry, I was wrong. If we play with a new extra stop, maybe I would like to know what happens if we do something like that. Let's play a bit. Let's see what happens if we do that. No. Well, I will not gain in so much, but I think 2 stops it will be too much anyway. Maximizing the tires. Nah, I don't think it's not worth enough. Even I will be losing 10 seconds in comparison to 1 stop, so definitely it's about 1 stop. I don't know how many cars will try to do 2 stops. I don't think so much cars will do 2 stops. Some of them will do, so sure. Well, car setup is okay. Let me check something, because I always have problem with brakes. There's a glitch in this game that we always start in 50%. I don't know why, and I have to check that. Obviously spark fermé, we cannot change so much. I did yesterday little changes in differential and they work, so I'm happy with it. And I reduced a bit aerodynamics, so to gain a bit more speed, top speed in the straight line. But here there is a long straight at the back of the circuit that is very important to be fast. So this is the strategy, guys. Lap 22, more or less, we will try to put the hard tire, and as you can see, it should be enough to do 34 laps. But anyway, we will have to take care of the tires. The cars that will be able to manage tires, especially in the last phase of every stint, we will gain a lot of advantage at the end, as we saw in the sprint race yesterday. Now, this is the strategy. Now I would like to talk with all of you about some fears, some worries I have about the start, because I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the game that is a bit broken, the AI is a bit broken, I don't know if it's my driving style, but the fact is that in every race this season, in every race of the previous 4, and I don't know, and yesterday in the sprint, the first 6, 8, 10 laps are very slow in comparison to the AI, but after 8-10 laps I'm able to match the lap times of the AI cars. I don't know why. It's for me so difficult to put the car in the right window or the tires in the right temperature. I don't know what it is, but the fact is that I need 10 laps to start to match the lap times of the rest of the cars. Meanwhile, I'm being 1 or 1.5 seconds slower in the previous 6 laps. That's a lot of time lost. And this is my biggest worry today, that suffering the same and losing all places that I gained in qualifying in the first couple of laps. That also happened to me yesterday in the sprint. That's my biggest worry. So I don't know how I will be able to do it, but I have to find a way to try to be fast since lap 1. Maybe I have to do something with the energy. I don't know, guys. If someone have some advice to give me, it will be very appreciated, because really I don't know what to do about that. I always had this problem at the start. Anyway, AI cars this year starts very well. I remember in the last year's game, a lot of cars have troubles in the race start. Normally, if you do a good start, you pass 2-3 cars easy, but in this game the AI is much more competitive, so even doing a good start, the AI do a very good start as well. So yesterday, even doing a good start from my part, I lost the place with Albon that was behind me. Good thing in this track is that we have the outside of turn 1, that here at the outside of turn 1 you can gain a lot of advantage here. There is a lot of grid at the outside of turn 1. Yesterday I did a couple of overtakes there by the outside, and in the start will be very interesting to start by the outside, guys. And also because you have in the next corner the inside that is at the left side, left hand. So will be crucial. My goal is obviously to attack Daniel and try to pass him in turn 1 by the outside, and at the same time I have to cover from the Alpines that are behind. Probably I'm sure both of them will be very quick. But as I said, my worry is to try to be competitive in the first laps. This is something I was not able to do in the previous races. We will use the medium. That is a good tire for the start, to be honest. I don't think anyone will try the soft. I hope, because if there is some cars behind with softs, especially the Alpines behind of me, I will suffer a lot at the beginning of the race. So I assume that everyone will start on hards or medium. We will check it later on in the formation lap. But yeah, basically it's about that, guys. It's about to be competitive since the beginning, and this is my biggest fear, guys. I really hope to do a good start and to protect myself in the first laps. I have to find a way. Maybe with the ERS mode. That is something I would like to talk about it. The ERS mode management in this game is absolutely different to the previous one. For example, in qualifying, when I didn't know that. Some of you gave me advices yesterday, and thanks to that I was able to qualify in P11. In the hold up mode, in the previous game, using the hold up mode in qualifying, this mode makes that distribute the energy of your car for one single lap, maximizing the amount of energy you have to use in every part of the track to be as fast as possible in one single lap to do in qualifying. But here, even using the hold up mode, you are not using all energy available you have per lap. And this is something I realized in qualifying. Some of you tell me, and you have to use the overtake button in qualifying to use most of the energy in the back straight, where I was losing like 8 tenths because I was not using overtake mode in qualifying. And once I realized of it and I start to use overtake mode, I gained like 8 tenths in just one straight line, you know. Here in race it will be different, because if you do that, you will run out of energy, and if you have no energy, you are dead, guys, absolutely dead. So my idea maybe is to try to don't use overtake so much, and to use even the hold down mode that is not using so much energy as in previous games, to try to be faster at the exit of the corners, and in that way to try to maintain the pace of the cars in front. And maybe the key is here to stay in DRS. If you have no DRS, you will be passed by all these cars behind. So my idea is trying to don't lose the DRS from Daniel Ricciardo. So I have to play with these DRS modes as much as I can to maintain the pace, guys. That's the mission. And I think this is all I would like to talk with all of you. Very exciting to stand in so high position in the grid with a Williams. Maybe one question more should be, can I get points today? on the paper, I will say no. But if we maintain this P11, we have many chances, because with just one car in front that is retired, automatically you will be on points in P10. Will be absolutely amazing to get 1 point, guys. Absolutely amazing on this Williams. That is the 9th car. We need points. We are 9th in the constructors, actually. There is possibilities, but the only possibility to fight for that final point is to stay in P11 or to fight with Daniel, because we have Lance Stroll also behind of us that has an Aston Martin that is a quicker car. At some point it will come, I assume. If we are able to maintain this P11, I almost sure we will be able to finish on points, but I have to maintain it, obviously. In 45 minutes we will be on Twitch, so from now, guys, you have to go to my Twitch, follow me there, because in that way you will receive a notification every time it will start to be on live. And don't forget, guys, subscribe to this YouTube channel where we are doing these race previews that are very interesting, and also the weekend previews where we start to develop the car and everything related to the next Grand Prix that will be next weekend. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support here on YouTube. See you in around 20 minutes on Twitch to start this fantastic race. Let's see what we can do. I hope to finish with a very big smile on my face and with some points in my bag. Let's see. I will do my best as always. Thanks for watching and see you very soon on Twitch.